Even as new records are shattered, there's new hope tonight on the horizon.
Scientists say that while COVID is likely here to stay, it's expected to become less severe over time, bringing us from a pandemic to an endemic. Our 18 News reporter Sarah Wilson joins us now live in the studio to explain. Good evening, Sarah.
Good evening, Zachariah. After 2 years of lockdowns, mask wearing, and of course lots of social distancing, we could finally be entering the beginning of the end of the pandemic, but that doesn't necessarily mean COVID is going away for good. After 311 million infections, 7.5 million hospitalizations, and 5.5 million deaths, the idea of a COVID-free world is fading. But that doesn't mean life will always look the way it does right now. Scientists predict we'll likely go from a pandemic to an endemic.
What that really means is that we're not seeing so much of a worldwide spread as much of these pockets that are popping up here and there.
But how do we go from Monday's record-shattering 1.3 million new infections in the U.S. to a virus that doesn't dictate every aspect of our lives? The answer? Omicron.
Each time your immune system gets hit, whether it be at vaccination or exposure, you have greater immunity to it. And that's the path really ultimately towards herd immunity.
Herd immunity that scientists say would likely have robust immunity towards the next variant.
This is a natural kind of progression of a virus as it mutates, it becomes more transmissible and less severe.
Is it a stretch to say that we could be in an endemic by the end of this year?
Not at all. I think it's, in fact, very likely.
Experts say life would look a lot different in an endemic. Mask wearing could turn seasonal, and precautions like social distancing and capacity limits could be lifted. Still, we're not there yet, but healthcare professionals emphasize the best way to get there is through the vaccine. And of course, in the meantime, health experts I spoke to say it is still important to follow those CDC guidelines. And for now, that means wearing a mask and social distancing when possible. For now, live in the studio, Sarah Wilson, 18 News. Zach and Rhea, back to you.